Hello and welcome to another live lesson. This is a short theme, so it's just a one-off, but we might come back to it. And that's cover versions. Yes, cover versions. It's not like Pancake Day. Pancake Day. This wasn't a very good way to start the video, especially if you've never seen Maid Marian and Her Merry Men. But if you have, let me just say, naughty man. Oh dear, still funny. Right. So, cover versions. What we're going to do is listen to the original first of a song, which I haven't heard before. In this case, it's by the Cardiacs, which is obviously one of Ryan's favourite bands, because this is the third Cardiacs song he's given me to listen to. Yeah, and then I'll listen to the new version by someone else, who we'll get to later. So yeah, this is Stoneage Dinosaurs, which is an anachronism, isn't it? Because the Stone Age is a period of man's evolution, and man and dinosaurs never walked the earth alone. Probably because Steven Spielberg killed them all. That doesn't make sense. Right. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. Okay, so it's a big clang to start with. Sounds a bit Eastern. Stereo mix with acoustic guitars. A sort of plodding feeling with the percussion. Okay, now the kits come in, drum kits come in. Quite a straight beat, very, very slow. And vocals. Typical Cardiacs chord progression. Because the actual rhythm is very, very simple. But the modulation through the chords is anything but. It's it's a bit like the chord progression to Hey Joe. C, G, D, A, E. But that's not an E it's resolving on, I don't think. If that is the key it's in. There's now almost like an organ, but it sounds like it's backwards, so I'm not sure what that is. Odd. You know what, I'm going to boost the volume a little bit. You can probably hear it as well yourself now. Ah, I might have been too loud. Oh well. If it's too loud, you're too old. It's a very Brett from Suede style vocal just then. Some of the words that the singer enunciates, very Brett. It's there's not much bass in this. There must be. Oh, there it is. It is there, but the bass is only playing as the chords change. It's not a bass line, it's very root note. It's very interesting the way that the vocal line follows its melody and the chords follow it. And they work in harmony with each other, but I can't work out what it is. But perhaps my knowledge of music theory isn't quite deep enough to say exactly why the chord sequence. I think it's modulating slightly through keys. It sounds a bit like a saxophone now with a solo. It's definitely going through keys. Yeah, I know that much. I guess with this plodding movement, I do imagine a dinosaur. And he's looking around at the men. He might eat the men. Oh, is that a choir? It is. Interesting. Very low in the mix. Very subtle. Mix, yeah, Mexican choir. It's not a Mexican choir. I don't think. I'm probably just nodding along to this because that's just what it's doing. You can probably hear it. Dinosaurs. It's gone quite victorious now. Although I don't think the chords have actually changed. But the strings now are kind of soaring and... Oh, what does that remind me of? I'm surprised it doesn't have bells. It sounds like it should be clanging bells, tolling out. Or does it? Is that why I'm thinking bells? Is because there are bells? Dinosaurs and bells. Bell ringosaurus. Okay, so it's doing that usual Cardiacs thing now of carrying on. It's not a criticism. It might be a criticism. Oh, I think this is the end. Yes. And a drone on the fade out. Oh, but the drone stopped. That was a very abrupt stop. I thought it was just going to go. So that was, yeah, that was the end of that one. Interesting. Okay. The thing with the Cardiacs is that there's never really a hook as such. I mean, they did say dinosaur, and yes, the chords did progress the same way. Like that. With the last one being a little unpredictable in terms of where it resolves. But, yeah, good. Shall we move on to the next one, or am I meant to rate that one now? I think I'm meant to be rating the cover version, so let's move on. This is Stephen Wilson with Stoneage Dinosaurs cover. And it says a tribute to Tim Smith. I'm guessing Tim Smith is the guy from the Cardiacs who suffered cardiac arrest and couldn't perform anymore. I think that's what Ryan said. Oh, that's a nice vocal. Wow. I like that. God, so softly sung, it's beautiful. Very, not subtle but gentle piano playing the chords. I think that's a glockenspiel as well. And just the tiniest hint of a ride cymbal keeping the tempo, which seems even slightly slower than the previous version. It's lovely. It's lovely. Liberace asks after me and all my family. So again, the bass is just following the chord changes, and the chord changes are definitely leading the melody. Interesting between minor and major. Still beautifully sung. It's really, I like his voice very much. That I do. So I'm being quite quiet, but I'm just taking it all in. Ooh, that's nice vocal harmony. Wow. Oh, that is really special. Oh, what's that in the background? Sounds almost like a guitar effect, but it could be anything with an effect over it. And it's moving in the stereo mix. Oh, and some kind of 8-bit synthesizer? Oh, the vocal's now gone through a filter that makes it sound a bit like a telephone voice. Very nasal. God, but it's still really clear. His voice is incredibly clear. It's just clear notes. And it's nice because, oh, whoa. This is a really strong vocal performance and production. I'm wondering if auto-tune's used. It probably is to be this close, but the guy seems to have enough technique. He could be doing it for real. A hint of a symbol at the end. Is that the end? Yes, I believe so. Oh, just a little ding or some kind of symbol. Well, goodness me, that was really, really, really good. I loved the vocal on that. The music was understated, but the production didn't make it feel like it was lacking anything, which is really good. Vocal harmony is fantastic. I love the way that it dropped back to that really thin sounding, almost like transistor radio, tiny little radio, with his voice coming out, and then all of a sudden this massive harmony came in and fills your ears and fills your head. God, that was really good. I feel full of goodness. I feel like I've been filled up with it. So yeah, spectacular music, which is obviously an oxymoron, I think. Wow. Yeah, loved it. I might give that. I can't really see how I could fault that. I feel a bit bad for liking it more than the original because, but then again, that's often true of cover songs, isn't it? Like the original Rolling Stones version of Ruby Tuesday is just not a patch on Melanie's version of Ruby Tuesday, and Bob Dylan's All on Watchtower. I know my mum likes it better. Because you can really picture the watchtower and you know the people on the back and stuff like that. But Jimi Hendrix's version, as Ryan is about to find out, is superior in my opinion. So, you know, although it is sad, it was meant as a tribute, and I think that's the most fitting tribute anyone could ever do because it was a fantastic piece of music, or rather a fantastic performance of a great piece of music. So well done, all concerned. I'm going to give that my maximum shininess, but what can you hold up for maximum shiny? I mean, I could try and point it at the sun. The sun's not out there. Where is the sun? It's somewhere behind me. Shiny as my eye. No. No, see, they've got bits on them. That's not very good, but that is quite shiny. Basically, we're talking as shiny as you can get. So I tell you what, cumulative shiny, okay? As shiny as the shiny bit on the scissors that you could see there, yeah, like that. Also as shiny as this. The machine heads on this, yeah, that's quite shiny. That is quite shiny. In fact, look at that, all the back of that shiny. That looks like the start of that movie production company, doesn't it? Okay, let's just go as shiny as that. But cumulatively, all the shiny, I really liked it. I give that a 10. Thanks for watching. Cheers.